Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Tina Lensing, and I am the guest today for the Perspective Shifters. And we had a little technology snafu, and so Erin and I decided that I will go live here, and it appears to be working. We're rolling. We're rolling with rolling with the technology and grateful that we can still have a conversation. So Erin, I know, is going to be adding in the chat box, and I will be live today talking on the topic of really stepping in to your abundant avatar. And so I'm going to share with you what that is as well. So yes, this is a great workaround. So I'll reintroduce myself. My name's Tina Lensing. I'm a mindset coach for entrepreneurs who want to start and grow their business. And today, this topic is near and dear to my heart. I love this topic. And the reason why I love this topic so much is because it really helps you to kind of step out of maybe the normal way of thinking around business and into something a little more creative. And so I want to start off first by sharing, we often spend a lot of time and energy on the outside, on creating and looking at ideal avatars for your clients. Who are they? What do they love? What are their values? What are their pain points? And we really spend time dissecting and learning about those ideal clients, which is beautiful, don't get me wrong. However, the piece that I'm here to talk about today is looking at that from a different perspective, shifting the perspective. I want to turn inward and look at yourself in that way, in looking at your future version of yourself, just like you look at your ideal clients. And so the first piece of this is talking about what is an abundant avatar? What is a future avatar? So for the sake of this training, I'm just going to use abundant avatar. And so what it is a future version of yourself. So I like to think about this as, oh yes, go on. All right. So I love to think about this as really kind of 1 year out. So 1 year from now, what would your future self look like? And that's what we're going to call your abundant avatar. And so with this, you can choose any name you want. It's so fun. I have some clients that choose the name bestseller kick-ass avatar or wellness guru avatar, or I don't know why, but mine's just simply called Blaze. I think I love her energy and her excitement, and she kind of gives me a little abundant avatar. Yeah, she gives me a little a little zest. And so I am excited. Yeah, I'm excited to share more about this avatar. So I'm just going to see, actually, if I can add Erin to the broadcast. It looks like I might be. So I'm just inviting Erin to see if she can join me on the call.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, yay!
Yay!
Wow. I was like, oh, there's a little add button. Maybe I could just add her right here.
So fun. So fun.
Did you know that was possible?
No! Oh my gosh, the things you learn when you have workarounds, right? That's so cool. Yay for today! Yay for today!
We worked it out. We can actually communicate.
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. I'm like, I can't type on my keyboard that fast. Yeah, thanks for technology, right? It's like the things you get to learn because of workarounds.
Right.
I love this future avatar, right? Because you and I talked before about stepping into your female power and what kind of impact we're going to have on the world and that untapped potential, right? Like those were just like key things when you and I talked before that just was like, oh my gosh, psh, like I need this Tina on my platform because she's so stinking brilliant. And I love how you step into that as the coach that you are, and how you draw that out of your clients, and the ways that you do that. And then your brilliant statement of being the creative queens. I was like, oh, what in the world? It's just, yeah. So I'm like super stinking excited for this conversation today. So this is just fabulous. What a great thing.
Yeah. I'm really excited because I just love like you said, the creative queen. And this really invites the creative queen to come out to play. And it's like, hey, you know what? I want to step into my full potential.
Yeah.
And often it feels like this is your full potential, and then this is me, where I am now.
Yeah.
And we don't see these overlaps of what's already happening, and we don't like step into this person. It feels like this external thing that you want to become, but it's not quite here yet. And so I want to help you to move closer to her and really kind of step into her, because there's so much power behind that future version of yourself as well.
So I missed it. What did you say yours is named?
It's funny. It used to be called the six-figure badass boss lady avatar, and now she just wants to be called Blaze.
Like she's blazing a path.
Yeah, she's just like, she's a little bit fiercer and a little bit more like non-nonsense than those are parts of me that I'm like stepping into, and a little bit more sovereign, like ideas. She's just like, no, nope, you are higher than that. You are better than that. Step into it. And
I love that. I love that.
It's interesting because I've kind of gotten to know her a little bit more and really stepped into her. Yeah. So her name is Blaze.
I love it because you know, I mean, that goes right hand in hand with you, because you are a trailblazer and you are out there, you know, making your own way. You got, you know, like I just saw a brush whacker thing, you know, that takes down all the weeds, right? And clearing the path and just like pulling that muck out of people's way that gets in our ways.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's okay that the muck's there. It teaches me and it helps me grow. But there's no nonsense around it. You know, it's just like, that's okay. It's okay that it's there. I'm going to expect it to be there, but I'm not going to be bothered by it being there. Which is just this different sense of power that I've been able to access. And it's specifically because of this exercise around stepping into this new avatar.
Yeah. So what's that look like? Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to see what mine's name is.
Yeah. So first of all, the first piece that I invite you to do is simply just close your eyes and bring a little attention to your body rather than your mind. Just listen to your heart for a moment. And I want the first thing that pops into your mind right away when I ask, what do you want to name her or him? Just right away. Don't think about it. And that's it. And right now, that's that piece right there is the name. And that's okay if that changes. I'm curious, Erin, did anything come up for you when you did that?
Yeah, it was odd. Amy Catherine came up. I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's like, I don't know. I don't know, but that's hilarious. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who is that? What is that? I don't know. It's a
That's
stage
so
name.
funny. Yeah, yeah. Um and so then just own that. And if that changes, great. If that doesn't, that's okay. But the first piece is simply naming it. And then the next pieces are around creating her. So so I want to back up and I want to share one quote by Einstein because I love this quote and it's really kind of the catalyst of what shifted.
Yeah.
And so Einstein said, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. And so that is just so powerful. That to me shows, okay, I need to step into something new, something bigger, something bolder, something of the future in order
Yeah.
for me to get past my current reality. Because if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to continue to get the results that I'm getting. And so, yeah, I just wanted to preface that because I think that's like the zest and the power behind why I teach this is exactly that. And it's summed up so beautifully in one statement that I don't even have to talk about it a ton.
Right? It's really, really cool. And it's funny how many years later now how long's Einstein been gone? And he's still influencing our world and our people and our leaders and our kids, and it's,
Yeah.
he's just brilliant, right? And like beyond his years for when he was on. Yeah. Yeah. I love Einstein.
Yeah, me
I,
too.
I love him and I love what he says and what he does and what he still stands for. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just so real, right? It's just so still now. It's still
Yeah.
our now. Yeah.
Well, and I love how he can just like take that shift, talk about perspective shifters and just like flip it really quickly. And yeah, I think that's why I'm so connected with him too, is I'm like, oh, his ideas are just really brilliant and they make you think. They make you stop for a moment to think about it before proceeding. And that's really what a lot of this exercise is around is stopping, acknowledging, and then stepping into. So yeah,
Well,
go
I
ahead.
think I was going to say on that stopping and acknowledging, I think that so much of our problem in our today is that we're so busy that none of us take the time to do that.
Totally. Yeah.
Like we're impatient at the stoplight, right?
Right.
Right? Like,
Like,
come on already. Like,
right. It turns green and you wait 2 seconds and you honk your horn for the
right.
person to move in front of
Yeah.
you.
Or just even taking the time to be present and being, we're too busy and it's horrible. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I think what happens in that moment is we get out of our body and into our head. And
Right?
then, like, there's this disconnection between, what we're feeling inside and then our brain telling us what we should do. And our
Right.
brain telling us what we should do is simply the programming of the past. And so if we don't stop to shift that, we won't ever up level,
Right.
And so, that pause is powerful and I think is the catalyst of change. It simply starts with that pause.
Yeah. Yeah. So we take a moment, we go in our heart, we find the name.
Yep. So now the next piece is starting to create the characteristics. So for you, I'd love to
Yeah.
use you as an example.
For sure.
So what are some of Amy's characteristics? So thinking of your future self, what characteristics do you want her to have?
Future. Strong, powerful, very much in integrity and authentic to herself and not unflexible, but very true and aligned with where she's going and what she's doing in every aspect of her world.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Like
Yeah.
to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, what are her common thoughts? Like, what does she think on a daily basis?
Um, she's very routine.
Hmm.
She's very routine. So she gets up, she does the same thing every day. So, her routine is almost like a non-negotiable for her. And because of that consistency, she's very on target and scheduled, like a scheduled flexibility, maybe. She's interesting. Like I'm trying to tap into Amy. I don't know where that came
Yeah.
from. That's funny. Um, but she's slick, but not unapproachable.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much stands in her power and is very empowering.
Yeah.
But put together and tight and but flexible. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. And what does she believe about herself?
Mm. Most of it is that what does she believe about herself? That she touches and changes the lives of other women.
Mm, yeah.
Yet, yeah, yet still needs to continue to work on herself and
Beautiful.
recognizes that. Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what does she believe about the world at large?
Ooh. The world at large, there it needs to have love, more and more love, and the only way to do that is to continue to love each other and the person just to the right and left of you. Like if you love those people, and then those people love those people, and that's all the farther it has to go because that two-person reach is billions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you just think, okay, these two people, I need to love them, and then they need to love two people. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. Beautiful. Ugh. And the ripple from
The
that.
ripple, right? Yeah, the one drop can cause a tidal wave kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how does she act in business?
Mm. Very professional, very upstanding, very honoring her word.
Hmm.
Above all, her word is more important than a written piece of paper for her. Um, Kind of excellence, like in excellence all the time,
Yeah.
showing up in excellence. Whatever, I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Hmm. Great. And then a little bit more about her. How does she, like, what are her common emotions she experiences throughout the average day?
um, I see this.
Hmm.
Like anybody else, I see like a really high point in the morning, and as her day goes, I see it dipping and then coming back up. Emotions, I feel her, being pretty confident, and then a little bit of fear, and then figuring that out, like our situation today, right? Like we had to deal with this workaround, and we totally got it figured out. And I'm like, okay, what's the option here? Woo, right? Like,
Yeah.
can we do it? Are we going to go forward? Are we going to get this done?
Hmm.
Yeah, we are. Right? Okay, cool. Moving on. Next. Um,
Yeah.
but like that's what I feel like. Okay, we got options. Okay, what are we going to do?
Hmm.
Like a little bit of the turtle
Yeah.
situation. Like sticking your head out and then pulling it back in, and then oh, yep, we got this, and going forward a little bit more, and yeah.
Ah, I love that analogy. And so, how does she work through fear or obstacles?
Obstacles. Well, her tagline is turning challenges, obstacles, and challenges into opportunities. So, um, going forward, um, shifting and changing the terminology around the
Hmm.
challenges um, is like an immediate. Okay, what are the options
Love it.
to this
Hmm.
challenge right now? I don't need to worry about the one in 45 minutes. I don't need to worry about the one in 3 days. I need to worry about this one.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a little scary, but what are the workarounds to this right now challenge
Mm-hmm.
for us. So yeah, a little fear, little bringing it up from the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And
I
and
love it.
dealing with that. Yeah. So
So a few more. What excites her? Like what gets her revved up and so excited that she just can't shut up about
this talking to amazing people like you, um, being in the presence of other high vibe amazing souls, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Right, yeah, like getting
Mm,
all that goodness, and that I love that Amy loves that. um what else? Family time,
mm,
nice quiet family time or fun, whatever we're doing with family really gets Amy excited and happy and jazzed and her cells snapping.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so what how does she feel about money?
Ooh, money scares her a little bit. Money scares her a little bit, only because it needs to be an equal exchange, right? So um, she's hard. Amy's not a good receiver.
Mm,
Amy's a really really good giver, but not a very good receiver.
mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And is Amy okay with that, or is Amy wanting and
Amy's a
desiring
little
something different?
she's a little resentful of
Hmm.
that. Yeah, of
Yeah.
the inability to accept
Mhm.
or receive
Yeah.
whatever that is, whether it's money or gifts or time
Yeah.
or hey, let me bring you dinner,
Hmm.
or whatever that receiving is. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. And so the last question around this that I'm going to have you answer is what are her daily non-negotiables?
Ooh, I love that word. I love that word. um Daily non-negotiables. She practices RPM, so rise, P, meditate, every day. RPM. um so so have you never heard that? Yeah, that's my favorite.
No,
That's one of my
I've
favorite.
never heard that before.
Yeah, you can use it. I'll let you. um RPM, so she gets her motor revved for the day. So yeah, write that one down. It's awesome.
I am writing that down.
Yeah, so the RPM, rise, P, meditate, um and that revs her motor for the day. So it gets her momentum and gives her energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And juice for her motor for the day. So every now and then she'll do happy hour too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, and if Amy tries it at night, though, she falls asleep. So that normally doesn't work. But yeah, happy hour sometimes is a must too, for Amy. But absolutely, RPM is a non-negotiable. Other non-negotiables are my office hours. My office hours, um, unless somebody reaches out to me and requests an alternate, my office hours are my office hours. So
Nice.
those are non-negotiable. Um, Other non-negotiables are, um, yeah, there's, you show up, you respect your office. So even though it's my home office, it's Amy's home office, she respects her time and her space. Just like if I was going to go in and punch the clock at, Boss Joe's brick and mortar,
Yeah.
right? So I'm up, I'm showered, I'm dressed appropriately, and I'm in my office. Amy's in her office at her office times. So that's not doing laundry. That's not, making dinner. That's not grocery shopping. That's not running errands. It's office.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's non-negotiable. What else is non-negotiable? Inappropriateness is non-negotiable. So that's not an option. Um, what else? I don't know. Um, Goal setting is always non-negotiable.
Yeah.
So, things like that. Those are non-negotiables.
Beautiful. Yeah. So now, as you just like start to talk about her and feel her and experience her, do you notice any shifts, even just tiny little shifts going on as you begin to identify who she is?
Yeah, it's funny because I can almost feel her like in my solar in my
Oh,
solar plexus, which is weird. I can almost feel her. Um,
oh, oh.
she's starting to take like she doesn't look like Little House on the Prairie anymore. Like that's what she first looked like when I said Amy Catherine in my head.
Yep.
But she doesn't look like that anymore to me.
Mm.
Yeah, she looks more
Okay.
refined, more date, in date now. More proper. Not proper is not the word, but just put together and
Mm-hmm.
present and now and structured. You know, she's
Yeah.
yeah, she's got a cool haircut and yeah, she's
Hey.
all cool.
Love it. Yeah. And so feel free to answer this or reflect
Yeah.
on it. But with what you shared, where do you already see some of the parallels between you and Amy, this future version of yourself?
Parallels are the receiving and definitely the non-negotiables are the same. We don't look the same. We don't dress the same. But the parallels were the non-negotiables and the receiving for sure. Yeah.
And then where are the gaps?
Ooh, that's a hard one. The gaps between her and I,
Mm-hmm.
other than looks,
Mm-hmm.
thought process. Yeah. Self-worth. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Um,
my Blaze, she's a little more confident than what I am right now for sure.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Amy's comfortable, man. Right out there. Mic in her hand in front of 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Bring it
Ooh,
up. Bring it
yeah.
on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Um,
Yeah. So looking at this, you can kind of see, okay, there's a part of me that is this future version of myself already. And there's a part of me that isn't quite there yet. And so the piece that often the piece that happens is we think we're so far off. We think like this future version is just like so far off in the distance, when in reality, there are attributes or characteristics that we already embody and we dismiss
ooh.
rather than embrace.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, like that piece, are we embodying and embracing and celebrating the kick ass version of ourselves that we already are? Like that piece.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not, I'm curious what's coming up for you as you hear that.
Yeah. Um, for sure not. You know, um, and I think that's true for lots of us but I'm going to speak for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know that I don't embrace the kick-ass person that I know I am,
Yeah.
or how I show up for other people, even
Mm-hmm.
though the feedback is there to support it, you know?
Yeah.
And is that because we've been so ingrained to not be boastful and not be ego centered and not be arrogant and not, you know,
Mm-hmm.
be all these self centered, selfish, all about you kind of upbringing, right? I
Mm-hmm.
have I have a mentor that calls that something which I'm not going to say here, but I'll tell you later what she calls those things. But that we're ingrained. Yeah, they won't let us do anything with this ad if I say it on here. So, um, um, but yeah, we're ingrained, I think, from such a young age to I'm not worthy to receive. You can finish
Yeah.
we all can finish that sentence, right? From as
Hmm.
old as we were, from when we were old enough to recite that. I'm not worthy to receive
Yeah.
these gifts that I'm about to receive,
Yeah. And
right?
totally. Like I think a big part of me and my upbringing was that I grew up very strong Catholic, and there was this like guilt, even I
Yeah,
was born and I was a sinner. And so I was just like,
right.
what? Like it it was ingrained so deeply into me to be humble and sacrifice, that this like shift around celebration and receiving was really hard. Like, and it
Yeah.
still is this Blaze, my future self, she really embraces that well, and I'm learning to. Like, even just last week, I shared a really vulnerable post around um, how well I'm doing, and it felt scary. I started off with, like, is this too shiny to share? Um, I was like, and I have manifested thousands of dollars in a really short period of time. And I have, and I just like openly started sharing that. And it felt so good in the moment. So that was like me and my body experiencing it and feeling it. And then afterwards, it was like, ooh, was that too shiny? Did I say too
Oh,
much? A lot of people are saying congrats and wow, and that's exciting. And so it was like this shift, that it was like the current me often in my head,
sure.
and then the future me really embodying it, and then just seeing that growth of me literally like stepping in to her and embracing that and feeling it, and then just like feeling the expansion of that happening. So that's just like an example right there of how this exercise, like this small exercise, really can be profound when you start to step into those gaps that you've identified now, and really start to like go on to that next step, that next
Yeah.
version of you, just a little bit um,
Yeah.
at a time. So,
So is that talking about stepping into that, is that like an easy step into your future self, Blaze?
no. So that's the next piece, like that I invite everyone to do, is once they identify some of those gaps, what's one thing, just like one thing this week that I can do to step into her. And for you, who know, for me, that was celebrating a little bit more publicly. And that felt
Ah,
like the next safest step for me to do, to step into this new version. And then, like that would be like the action piece. The other piece that I use when I'm stuck is asking like this one powerful question: what would Blaze do or say in this situation? Rather than,
I love that.
like that really just ties back to that quote of, we can't solve the problems by using the same kind of thinking we used to create them. We're just asking our future self to help us in that moment.
That's awesome. I love that. And I have one question for you, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna wrap this up. But if you could go back, if Blaze could go back to little Tina,
Yeah.
what would Blaze tell Tina
Right now in this moment, or in the past? Right now in this
right
moment.
now? Mm-hmm.
Ah, I love this. So she would say, get visible even more. Get visible even more. And the other piece that it's funny, like I don't even want to say it out loud, but
Do it. Do
I
it.
know. It's own your new rates. Like I just
Yes.
I just like had this whole conversation around raising my rates and owning them. And it's funny that immediately came up, but I was like, no, say something else. No. So it's funny how that like resistant button just comes up. So I'm glad that I just trusted myself and you prompted that right out of me.
I love it. Good job, Blaze. Good job. Now, if now I don't know if you're taking new clients. I don't know if you have programs rolling right now, but maybe take a couple minutes and because we're gonna make this so people can see it. So,
Yeah.
if people want to reach out to you, what do you have going on? How do they find you?
Yeah. Beautiful. So, I'm Tina Lensing coaching on all
Facebook
platforms,
and
Facebook,
web.
Instagram. I'm mostly on Facebook and in my group Untamed Women in Business.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh my God, I'm so stoked. I'll just talk briefly about it because I could talk forever on it. But I'm just this week launching like a really low cost subscription program where
Cool.
yeah, it's all on manifesting and business.
Cool.
And yeah, so the layout is week one, I have a guest interview kind of like this on the topic around but a topic around manifesting in business. Week two, we do a manifesting story interview so that we can just hear and really kind of step into success stories. Week three, there's live coaching. So
Ooh, like hot
yeah,
seats?
that's fun. Yep, it's like hot seat coaching,
Wow, cool.
and it'll either be me or a guest speaker or a guest expert. And then week four is like tips around manifesting in business. And so yeah, just like a nice hub for high vibing professionals who really want to master manifesting in their business, like that
So
mindset
cool.
manifesting piece is juicy. And so it's called Untamed Manifestors in Business. Uh,
Love that.
yeah, and it is live on my website. I'll be sharing about it in my group, but my website's tinalensing.com.
Hey,
And
if you don't mind when we're done, drop the links in this. So I know
yeah,
that I'll probably have to like push this live on my page. But yeah,
yep,
make sure to drop the links below and so people can hop in there and cruise
awesome.
and troll and jump in with you. So
Yeah. And who knows, I might want a special guest to come on over as well.
yeah, let's continue some chat on that. Um, uh,
Yeah.
that'd be super
Well,
fun.
and Erin, I just want to take a moment to thank you for what you're doing because I think you're just bringing such beauty and contribution and collaboration into the world by helping people shift, really shift that perspective and step into their power. And yeah, it's just really honorable and exciting to see you shine and be vulnerable and walk your talk. And so I'm honored to spend some time with you today. So thank you for that.
Thank you. That's beautiful. I love that, and thank you so much from my heart because that's exactly what I have been intending to do, and I am over the top grateful that you feel it, that you recognize it, and by all means, I'm constantly, if people are in your tribe that need something like this, send them my way because
Yeah.
I I constantly am looking and talking to people, and I love lifting them up and elevating them and showing them off. Really, I love that. I love being able to have this interaction and to be real and just be organic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is all I mean, yeah, we had a topic and we have a subject and we have, talking points, but it's all so organic and it just flows, and not, it's not icky feeling at all. For me, it's not icky
Right.
feeling, and it just seems like it's super fun, and I love that interaction back and forth. So thank you very, very much. I've loved having you here. For all you guys that are watching this replay, because it'll be a lot of you, we really appreciate you hanging out with us here on the Perspective Shifters. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday until that changes. And we'll see you right back here again soon. Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
Erin.
Bye.